Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this session, we will see how to create store procedure with output parameter. So in our previous session, we learned how to create store procedure with input parameter. So to create a store procedure with output parameter, we use the keyword out or output. So if you look at the store procedure that we have here, SP revenue data, okay, so this procedure has got two parameters. So first one is category ID and second one is revenue. And if you look at the differences between these two parameters, @revenue has got out. So this output keyword indicates that @revenue is an output parameter and @category ID is an input parameter by default because it does not have the output keyword. So before creating a store procedure, let's look at the data. We have two tables here, order item and product. So first we will query our first table, which is order item. So in our order item table, we have order ID, item ID, product ID, quantity, list price and discount. And in our second table, we have product ID, product name, brand ID, category ID, model year and list price. So the product ID is common in our both table. So in order to combine both table, we need product ID. So we need to create a procedure to find total revenue by category ID. The total revenue will come from our order item table. So the formula for total revenue is list price into quantity, and we need to find total revenue by category ID. So the category ID will come from the product table. And if you look at the procedure definition itself, all we are doing is we are passing category ID. And what this category ID is going to do, it's gonna give revenue by each category ID. So, and then whatever revenue we are getting, we are using this value to initialize parameter. So here we have created this procedure which gives us revenue by category ID, and obviously to create a store procedure, we will use create procedure and then we will give it a name to our store procedure. And then in this procedure, we need to provide category ID to get revenue by category ID. So @category ID will be our input parameter and the type is integer. And we have another parameter which is revenue, and the type of this parameter is integer, and this is our output parameter. So after that we will write begin. Now what we need total revenue for the passed in category ID. So for that we will use select command, and we need to calculate revenue, which is our list price, into quantity, where category ID is our category ID which we passed in our parameter, because we don't want to hard code it. So now we want to initialize the output parameter. So we are passing our calculated revenue to this output parameter, and this output parameter get initialized. So let's create this procedure again. So I will remove this code from here. Okay, so the first step here is to calculate total revenue. So for that we will write select from sales dot order item table. So our quantity and list price will come from this table, and in order to get category ID, we will join our second table, which is product table, with our order items. So join production dot products. So we will give our table alias, so order item O and then products P. So we are joining it on O dot product ID is equal to P dot product ID. Okay, so what we need here, we need to calculate total revenue. So O dot list price into O dot quantity. Okay, and then we need sum of this value. as revenue. So we need to find total revenue by category ID. So suppose we want this total revenue for category ID equal to 6. So for that, what we will do here, where p dot category ID is equal to 6. So if we will run this code, we will get total revenue for category ID 6. So now here we have hard coded our value, but we don't want to hard code it. And instead of that, we want the total revenue for the category ID we will pass. So for that, what we will do, we will create a store procedure. So the syntax for creating store procedure is create procedure and then procedure name. So SP revenue. Okay. So here we will create two parameters. So our first parameter will be @category ID, because we want to pass category ID in order to get revenue. So this is an integer value, so we will use int. So since we are not using output keyword here, so this is our input parameter. Now we need to create one more parameter, which is revenue. So this will be our output parameter of type integer. So integer, and then we need to mention it, and hence we will use output keyword here. Okay, so this will be our output parameter to store revenue value. Then as begin and end. So now we will use this query here. Okay. Now instead of this 6, we will use this category ID here because we don't want to hard code it. So we will use this parameter here. So what we will provide in this parameter, p dot category ID will get that value. Okay. So after that, now we need to store this revenue value as well inside our this output revenue parameter. So we will remove it, and then we will pass this value to our revenue parameter. So @revenue is equal to sum of our list price into quantity. Okay. Now we will run this code. So our store procedure is created successfully. Now to execute the store procedure with output parameter is little different than executing input parameter store procedure, because we are getting value here in store procedure and we need to hold this value in a variable. So for that we need to create a variable, and then we will pass that value we got from the procedure, and then we need to select that value. So first we will create a variable. So declare @total revenue of type int. Okay, and then here we are executing our procedure. So our procedure name is SP revenue. Okay, so we are executing our store procedure, and then we will pass value to the category ID, which is our input parameter. So category ID is equal to 6. So suppose we want revenue for category ID 6, and after that we will write revenue is equal to @total revenue, which is our output parameter. And after that we will select our total revenue as total revenue. So what exactly we are doing here? Since we are getting value here in a store procedure and we need to hold this value in a variable, so for that we created this variable total revenue, and then we are passing the value we got from the procedure, and after that we selected this total revenue as total revenue. So let's run this code. So now we got the value for category ID 6. Suppose now we want to see the total revenue for category ID 5. So we will run this code again. And now we have got the value for category ID 5 as well. So the difference here is we create input parameter for passing the value, and we create the output parameter for getting a value from the store procedure. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.